Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, here we go. Live. Right, hello everyone, or no one at the minute, so we'll just wait for a few to come in. But if you're watching this on the catch up, hello. This week I am joined by Alex Watson, as usual at the minute.
Hi mate, you alright?
Yes, looking forward to today's chat. Having a bit of a nightmare already.
It's all good, man.
So, we'll get into what we've been playing just to start off and to allow other people to come in. So, this week I've been playing Dragon Quest Realms of Reverie.
Oh, nice.
You can see that. But yeah, brilliant little game. Really enjoying that. Classic Dragon Quest, really. And that is on a multi-cart because the original costs over 100 quid. I think it's running at about 130 quid at the minute, Alex.
Jesus Christ, is it?
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
Ridiculous. I've been playing Deadpool as well on the Xbox.
Nice.
Have you played that?
No.
It's all right. It reminds me a lot. The fighting's a lot like Batman Arkham series. You know where you can turn around and do the counters and everything.
Yeah, I know one of the developers of that Arkham game.
Oh, really?
One of the guys. I don't know what he did on it specifically, but he comes into my streams quite a lot. That's for me.
Oh,
yeah, it's a good lad. Good lad.
Do you know what? I know why people are in. I am bloody. Get it? Yeah, just bear with me. Alex, if you just want to talk about what you've been playing.
Yeah, I've been playing. Excuse me. I've been playing a couple of games. I've been playing Shadow of Mordor, which is a game I always seem to go back to when I want some like mindless fun and just killing everything on that. You've not? You have?
Yeah, I have. I have actually. I have played.
Yeah, it's such a good game. Really good game. It's just so fun to just kill orcs constantly. It's fantastic. And I've also been playing, I think I talked about this last time we went live, Echo S mod for Final Fantasy VII.
Yes, yeah. How are you getting on with it?
Yeah, really good. Really, that's annoying. Sorry. Yeah, really good. I'm up to. I haven't even finished the first disc yet, but I'm just about to finish the first disc. So where the major scene happens in Final Fantasy VII. But it's really well done. They've done such a good job with it. Those modders. It really adds a level of immersion. I've just done the Cosmo Canyon scene. You know, where they talk about the planet and stuff. And that was an incredible scene with it all voiced. It's really good. I'm really enjoying playing it. It's a really good mod.
Just out of interest, is it for the original, the vanilla?
Yeah. So it's not the remake. It's the original game, the original PS1 game. It's just fully voiced by volunteer actors.
Okay, and does it still look like the old one?
It can do. So you can have everything vanilla, or you can add extra. I've added extra mods in because I like modding my games, but you can just have it with just the voices and looking exactly as it was back then. Yeah. But I've added upscaled characters and textures and world maps and stuff. Looks really nice.
Yeah, because I still haven't played the remake. So.
No, I've played the remake. I haven't played Rebirth.
Is that a different story?
So Final Fantasy VII has got it's a 3-part remake. So the first one was called Remake. The second part is called Rebirth, and the third part they haven't released the name of yet. It's like the 3 discs, but it didn't quite go to...
probably.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I'm nearly done. Okay. God, I am really slow at this. I do apologise. I need to get better. So I'm going to go into some news, Alex.
Yeah, go for it.
So my first topic is Spotify for games. Have you heard about this from Nintendo?
I have not, no. Oh, yeah, I have. Nintendo Music. I literally downloaded it today.
Oh, did you? Oh, right. Well, that's great. So have you played about with it?
I played one song and then turned it off because I had something to do. But I've got it up on my phone here.
All right.
Literally.
All I know about it is that there is still more to come, isn't there? But all I know
Okay,
is that you need to have the online.
You do. You need the membership, like for everything that Nintendo does, but they all link it into one. But yeah, I was listening to that's exactly how long I spent on it. So about 30 hang on, come on, focus you bastard. Yeah, 30 odd seconds, 59 seconds I spent on it. And that's the Ocarina of Time main theme through Nintendo Music. But it's got all sorts, it's really good.
Like my first thought was all the Nintendo or the Zelda songs because they're amazing. But you could have a bit of fun with the Mario songs, and I know you're not a big fan of Mario, but
no. But yeah, all the Mario ones here. Hang on. Can you hear that? Hang on. That's the Grassland theme. But then whatever you listen to, it creates like a this is what we think you would like thing, top recommendations depending on what you're listening to. So you might find music you've never heard before from other games that are they've got extended music. I'm going to stop talking about it. There's loads I could talk about, but they've got like extended tracks on it as well, so that we won't have heard before. So it's really good.
All right, okay. Yeah, has it got Final Fantasy on?
I doubt it. I'll have a quick look. Would be interesting.
Yeah, if it has like third party and
yeah, I think it will just be plainly
solely
Nintendo's search. Final Fantasy. Because they did no Final Fantasy games. They did release a Final Fantasy plainly for, I think it was the GameCube with Crystal Chronicles, didn't they?
Yeah, and there's all the old old
ones. Yeah, no, but there's nothing Final Fantasy. It's a shame, but yeah, Metroid,
yeah.
Dr. Mario, Super Mario. They've got everything that you'd expect to have on. They've got.
Oh, Dr. Mario, that theme. Yeah, I remember off the Game Boy. I haven't played the NES, but yeah, I thought that was an interesting little thing actually. But
what I really like is that the games you have played on your Nintendo account, they have linked all the songs of the games you've played.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
Wild, Ocarina of Time, Scarlet, Donkey Kong Country, and Fire Emblem, and they've got all of the songs from those 5 games linked at the top of your thing, so it knows what you like already because it's linked to your Nintendo account. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah, and it's totally free. Well, except
comes with the subscription. Yeah, comes with a subscription.
Yeah, good little thing considering. I suppose you could have got it off Spotify, but they'll be taking all the stuff off Spotify.
Yeah, I assume so now. Yeah.
Okay, my next bit of news, and I'm not a big fan of this. So, Kamala Harris. I'm not going to go all political or anything, but
okay.
Kamala Harris and Tim Waltz have released a map for Fortnite. And
right. Okay.
I had a look at this, and I don't play Fortnite or anything, but it's called Freedom Town.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
There's a lot of red, white, and blue. There's a Statue of Liberty, and there's a lot of billboards with saying,
"No, there isn't."
Yeah, so it's propaganda, isn't it? Really,
it's forcing it down your throat, isn't it?
Wait, come on in.
Trump. Oh God, here we go.
Yeah, I didn't want to get political though. So yeah, the election's obviously in 2 days, so they went hard on that. I think that was released midweek as well, so it hasn't been going for long. But it's a bit of a weird sort of thing to do because most of the people that play Fortnite are going to be kids, aren't they? Who can't.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's they try. I mean, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why they would, because kids can't vote, obviously. I've just farted 3 times. Keeping the level high, buddy. Keeping the level high.
So
Oh, dear.
I don't quite know how to feel about that, especially if it was here in the UK. I mean, can you
Yeah.
imagine that?
No, I couldn't. It would go down like a lead balloon in the UK. It really would. Like everyone would be kicking up a right fuss.
I don't know what game it was, but I seem to remember Obama doing something similar as well.
Oh, did he? See, I can't remember that far back.
All right, so we'll go on to the topic of today then, which is Generation 7. And
okay.
so I won't commit myself to it so far, but what's your memories of it, Alex? And what machine?
So I had the PS3, and I remember. I can't even remember if it was a launch game or something like it. But first game I wanted to play on it was Final Fantasy 13.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. It was. I remember thinking I was so excited for this game, and I was sat because I had my TV at the end of my bed at home when I lived with my mum, and I was sat playing this Final Fantasy game, watching this opening sequence, and I actually fell asleep in the very opening sequence.
That ain't a good plan.
It's really, after being excited for it for so long, I fell asleep in the opening sequence, and I was just like, well, that's awful, isn't it? That's pretty awful.
Yeah, that's really not good.
No, but it's not a generation for me that I've really spent a lot of time on. I don't know why, but it was like everyone who was like commenting in the group and on the face have said that it definitely is, and there's no need to discuss it because it's definitely the best generation. And I'm like, okay, that's not my opinion, but we'll see how they think.
But
what
no,
you?
That is good. It's good to have a counter because it's probably my favourite generation. And I'll go into the reasons why. But my first thing, because the PlayStation was about a year behind, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if Xbox... Yeah, I don't know if Xbox had released theirs early or PlayStation was late to the party with it. But I'd walked into game. I didn't know much about it. I was still more than happy with my PlayStation 2 at the time. I never had an original Xbox. And I walked into game and there was the 360 had come out. I think it was only a few months out, and I was so impressed I bought it. And that's when I had money when I lived at home with my mum. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, playing games like Oblivion on it was unbelievable.
Oblivion, yeah, fair one. I do remember getting that from a PS3 and putting countless hours into that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. Still don't think it tops the generation for it though, but yeah, fair enough.
We was just talking before we came on, so you didn't have the Xbox 360, so...
No, I didn't have it at all.
I personally think you've missed out on quite a lot of good games there. There was obviously a lot out for the PlayStation 3, but Gears of War, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think you'd enjoy that. You should give it a go if possible.
Well, yeah, I've got a PC now, so I can play most things.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Halo 3 was good.
Yeah, never been a fan of Halo, though.
Fair enough if you're not a fan.
Yeah, it's just it's bad Call of Duty.
That'll set a few off.
Oh, dear.
Call of Duty, though, was fantastic on them systems. Obviously, started with the World War II ones, and then it went on to Modern Warfare. And
Modern Warfare 4, wasn't it? Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. That was it. I think the reason why so many people like it as a generation is because it introduced like online gaming really to the front of the forefront of gaming. Because obviously PlayStation 2, you had access to the internet through an Ethernet cable, but it was a real faff to do. And you didn't really do anything with it. But like PlayStation 3 was when I first played an online multiplayer game in Call of Duty, and it was just ridiculous how good that was. Really good. And I think that's probably the main reason why, as many people say, it's the best generation as they do, personally.
Well, we shouldn't forget things like Dreamcast and the Xbox as well, but it really came on in that
Yeah,
generation.
catapulted it, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And there's also the graphical leap as well. So, I mean,
Absolutely.
especially PlayStation 2, which was looking a bit ropey,
Yeah.
to get the high definition graphics and
That was the push, wasn't it? It was the HD graphics that really changed things, and you could be more cinematic with the storytelling, and there was a lot more of the active time events that was introduced during that time as well, with the button mashing and things like that. That was
time events.
Yeah, quick time events. That's the ones. Yeah, not a fan of them personally, but it introduced a level of interaction to the cutscenes, which I thought was an interesting way at the time. It got old fast, but it was good at the time.
I was going to say I'm not a fan, but it was different.
It was different, yeah.
I still remember Resident Evil 5 with a rock and you punching it.
Yeah. That is an ongoing meme throughout Resident Evil completely now. It's Chris Redfield battering a big boulder.
But yeah, quick time events, the HD graphics, and I think if you look through the generations as a whole, it's the amount of new series that were launched as well.
Okay.
And not so much on, not so much the exclusives, although there was a lot that generation. But if you just think about Assassin's Creed, not a great fan of it myself, but that's still going to this day.
The first few Assassin's Creed were a real change, a real fresh outlook.
Yeah, it was different, wasn't it?
It was very different, and I really enjoyed the first couple. They went downhill again towards the middle, and they've kind of refreshed now with the more open world ones they've done, like Valhalla and whatever the other one was. I don't play them. I find them quite boring, but they have got a lot more popular. Odyssey, maybe. Yeah, I think Black Flag was a really popular one. I think that was PS4, wasn't it? Or that generation.
No, it was on the. Unless it was out when both of them were out, but I'm sure I've got it on the 360.
Oh, maybe you might be right. I can't remember. Like a crossover.
Yeah, but people are moaning about a link. I haven't done the link. I think that's why we've only. Alex, sort that out for me, please.
What's up? We ain't got the link.
We haven't done the link. I thought I shared it.
You did share it.
Oh, so what's JP on about then?
I don't know. Hang on, I got it.
All right. Yeah, so I think when we talk about exclusives as well, we've got Gears of War on the Xbox. Uncharted on the PlayStation 3 was fantastic.
Yeah, Uncharted, yeah.
You had Little Big Planet, that's still going today.
Being replaced by Astrobot really now, though.
yeah, but
as the generational peak.
My man's gone blank.
Well, what else did we had? We had the Wii launch as well. That was that generation, wasn't it? Which was a big thing in gaming, like one of the best-selling consoles of all time. That, unfortunately.
So you had the hardcore gamers on Xbox and PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
And then you had the casuals mainly gravitating towards the Wii. And all that, it was kind of like a golden age of gaming, wasn't it? Because you had so many people playing.
Yeah. I mean, I remember, was Wii a crossover between PlayStation 2 and like Xbox and Xbox 360? Was it a crossover period? Did it span both? Because I know that Resident Evil 4 came out for PlayStation 2, but it was also on the Wii, which was, because of the motion controls, it was a really big thing.
Was it on the GameCube as well?
Yeah, it was. Resident Evil 4 was on the GameCube as well, yeah.
I'll just have a look at the release date on the Wii.
It must have been a crossover.
Because Xbox 360 was out 2005 in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out in 2006, so yeah. I thought it was a crossover, but no. It went
I think it must have just it must have just re-released a lot of. Oh Jesus! BioWare cry outside my house, crap me up. But yeah, I think it was just re-released a lot of old games with the motion controls. So obviously they re-released Twilight Princess, and they re-released, like I say, Resident Evil 4, and they brought those motion controls really into the 4. Obviously they weren't very good, but it was the next step, isn't it? Nintendo seemed to always be the one who takes that next big step in kind of more casual gaming compared to like just graphics and FPS and things like that. It was a 7th gen that put me off gaming for a long time due to having to install and update games like it was a PC, but agree it was a push for online gaming on consoles. Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, I always, because I ended up having both systems, and I thought PS3 was a nightmare for updates.
It was slow. It was very slow.
Yeah, it was like a few seconds on the Xbox, but yeah, there was that. But I still thought it brought a lot to the. What's JP? He's asking me on Facebook.
There's a link in the retro group, mate. You know, the one that you're an admin of. He won't be able to hear me, will he, if you can't find the link?
No, never mind. But lost my train of thought now. Thanks, JP.
I'll message him directly with a link.
Other games, BioShock, we was on about that. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic game.
Yeah, BioShock's good, yeah.
I might have to. My mind's gone blank, even though it's my favourite generation.
It's all good, mate. It was Last of Us as well. The end of like the generation was Last of Us, wasn't it? When everyone went mad for that, which I can't believe Last of Us was PS3. It shocks me. Really shocks me that it was that long ago.
Last GTA was that generation as well.
GTA 5, was it?
Yeah, came out at the back end.
GTA 4, I think, is probably one of the best GTAs of all time in terms of visuals. I think it looked absolutely spectacular, and it outperforms in terms of visuals GTA 5 now on the PS5 and like Xbox, whatever we're up to, Series X. Like in terms of like reflections and the collision mechanics, GTA 4 was ridiculously good for what it is, and it really, I don't think it got the attention it deserved in that context. They really went whole hog with it and made it incredible. I just don't think a lot of people actually connected with the main character. Was it Nico Bellic?
Yeah,
I just don't think people connected with that, and it was a real shame because the actual game was outstanding. Like everything about it was outstanding, apart from the main character.
Yeah, he was dull, very dull.
Yeah,
and then you had that issue with his cousin always ringing you. You know, play some pool. You're like,
yeah, I know. It's like they went so bad with that, and I was like, all you needed to do was just make it like another CJ or another Tommy Vercetti or something like that, and just make him relatable. Like, but you just couldn't relate with that because it was just so badly voiced, and the characters were just so boring. Like, you wanted to make some kind of badass Russian gangster style or whatever it is, Ukrainian or what. I don't even know what he is. Belarus or something, I don't know. But it just didn't work. And it was a real shame because it really ruined what would have been an absolutely spectacular game. I think they probably would have done the GTA 5 longevity on it if it hit home with the main character. Because the reason why GTA 5 did as well as it did is because the three main characters in Michael, Franklin, and Trevor were just so well received. Trevor was ridiculously well received. Everybody absolutely loved him because he's an absolute psycho, isn't he? But it was such a good. If they had the characters, if they had GTA 5 in the engine of GTA 4, I would be a lot more impressed because I'm not really impressed with GTA 5, to be fair, in terms of the mechanics. I don't think it holds up very well at all.
I need to play it again. It's been a while. I
Well,
played it.
I tried to play it after playing San Andreas once, and I couldn't. I went straight from San Andreas to GTA 5, and I felt GTA 5 felt clunkier and worse than San Andreas did.
Wow.
And I was just like, I can't believe, and I actually didn't get through the game because I had to stop and was like, I can't do it, I can't play it. Which I don't know. Maybe it's just me being stupid, but I don't know. It didn't work for me at the time.
Yeah, we at work talk about it quite a bit and remember it as being a great game. So it's just going through some other games, and series. For me personally, I can't believe I forgot Fallout 3. So
yeah, Fallout. Yeah,
start of that because on the PC there were isometric RPG games, and then out this first person open world, and I was like, wow, what a game. Even though it was very grey, it was such a good game.
Did Fallout 3 come before Oblivion?
No, I think
they're very much on par, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oblivion was Bethesda's like flagship because I love Oblivion. I still play it now, and it's still ridiculously good. I prefer it to Skyrim 100%, and I prefer it to Morrowind just because of Morrowind not aging well. No. Morrowind is probably a better game compared to like Time. At the time, Morrowind was incredible. And at the time, Oblivion was incredible. But Oblivion still is playable now, whereas Morrowind really kind of isn't.
They have upgraded it on the Xbox Series, but it's at the time, amazing game.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got the Arkham games as well. How do you feel about them?
Yeah, no, they're good games. The combat on them is incredible. It's really fluid. And if you're going to go for that style of game, you have to have the combat fluid. And the fact that it is really, really, it's a really good game. I mean, can't talk about it too much because it's been a long time since I played it, but I remember really enjoying playing it. And I'm not a big DC fan with Batman and all that, but that made me want to play it. Because of how good it felt to play, rather than the characters and getting connected with the stories. The gameplay was so fluid that it was a really nice game to play.
Yeah, no slowdown or anything. It looked, especially City when you was flying around. It was really good.
Yeah.
So we've said Halo. Going on to Wii, there's Mario Galaxies.
Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah. Again, I'm not the biggest Mario fan, but I do understand. I do understand it's a popular game. I'm really pleased for it, but it's not for me.
Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption. Again, another Rockstar game. Was it Rockstar game?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Cool. I thought it was. Another Rockstar game. Again, similar in terms of life to GTA 5 in the thing. It was a really good game. Different, obviously, because of the world building and the world setting is a lot different, but really good game. Red Dead Redemption is probably one of the Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably one of the best games of all time, really, in it for a lot of people. Yeah. A lot of people still really, really jump on that.
People say about the online, who cares? Don't care. It's all about
it is with that game, yeah. I mean, obviously, online makes a big difference to a lot of people. So I know people who play games and only play online games. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, not for me. Not for me. Fortnite as well, wasn't that Fortnite first come out on this generation? Or am I thinking PS4?
Old? Is it that old?
I think it might. I think it originally came out for this generation. I could be wrong. But I think it became popular on the crossover to the 8th generation. Let me just have a.
That's amazing.
I could be wrong.
A game series I haven't played, Mass Effect. I think Sam, but I know it's hugely popular. Just going through a few more. There was continuations, of course, with Ratchet. Oh, Left 4 Dead. I loved that.
Oh, yeah.
The reboots of the Tomb Raiders.
Yeah, they were good. They were good games. The first one, especially. I'm not sure about the other two, but the first one was ridiculously good. You got your indie games as well, haven't you? That came out during that, like Limbo and Journey.
Yeah,
they were incredible games. But again, not ones for me that I'm like. When I think of a really good game, I don't come to that generation and think, yeah, that's a really good, like my favorite game ever. It's not. That's why it's not for me, because although it has got really good games, there's nothing that I think of immediately when I think of that generation.
All right. What about then? PS3 exclusive, Heavy Rain.
Yeah, that's more like a point and click, isn't it? Yeah. Again, I think I came to that too late. I think it must have been PS3 was just a time in gaming where I didn't game very much, because I remember Heavy Rain coming out. I remember getting it, and I just can't remember getting into it, because I tried to play it again more recently, and it's just so boring to get started. I just can't connect to it, and I don't know if that's the generation or it's just changing generation from PS4 to from PS3 to PS4. It was a bigger jump than we anticipated, but I can't think of any memories to do with that kind of game. But I know that it's been well received, so I'm like, why?
It was amazing graphics.
Yeah, it was, and it was a generation where the graphics jumped. But yeah, not for me.
Type of game, but Dark Souls.
I like Dark Souls. But again, I didn't play the Dark Souls game until the re-release of Demon's Souls on PS5. So I played the remake on PS5 and then went back to play Dark Souls because I enjoyed Demon's Souls. I never really played it when they originally came out. I don't know what I was playing at the time when this consoles were out, but it wasn't any of these.
Fair enough. Yeah, a favourite of mine as well, Borderlands. Do you like them?
Yeah. I haven't played them myself, but I've seen a lot of people play them on Twitch. Yeah, it's good fun, isn't it? It's just non-stop good fun. Especially, it was very co-op, wasn't it? It was very co-op.
Yeah, it's really good in co-op.
Yeah.
Me and Kev and Chris.
You, Kevin, Chris play it, don't you? Yeah.
Who's the other one? Who's the other one?
Jamie? Is it
Brett.
Jamie?
Yeah, Jamie Brett. Yeah. Sorry, Jamie, if you want.
Forgot about you, mate. You're not that important.
Sleeping Dogs.
No, never played.
Yeah,
I got that for free as well. I remember getting a code. I remember getting a code for it in a game, and just for something. I can't remember what I did to get this code for it, but I never used the code. Just sat there and never used it. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Hey, I tell you what though, that brings in another thing with that generation. Some people will like it, some will hate it. Download codes and
the jump to digital. That's when it started. That's when the PlayStation Store started and the Xbox Store, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The DLC era as well. The DLC.
The biggest DLC is the horse armor in it in
Oblivion, yeah. Yeah, God. Yeah, but that's when they started downloadable content and then the microtransactions and buying your way through games rather than playing your way through games. So I guess that could be, for a lot of people, it definitely is considered negative. But for a lot of people who game more casually, buying your way through them is actually a lot more, rather than putting 40 hours into a game to unlock one sword, you can buy it and you can get it straight away. And people work hard to chill out. You know what I mean? Why not spend your money on it? So it really is a Marmite thing, is DLC and microtransactions, isn't it? It's a big iffy point.
Yeah, and sorry, JP's at it again.
I've literally sent him the link. I've sent him the link.
He's
not responded to me. It is funny.
Yeah, I suppose it's like cheating as well, innit? A lot of people cheat.
Yeah.
With bots and things like that. So
absolutely, yeah. What was it? Again, I remember the end of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and the online life of that game being filled with glitches and hackers and people who are just on top of the map shooting down at you. And I mean, it hasn't got any better now. It's still cheaters galore. But I just remember it being absolutely ruined by these ridiculous people who are bored out of their mind just breaking games for fun. Here he is. He's finally here. Found it. God. Funnily enough, JP, we're just finishing, mate, so we'll see you later. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't know why he's joined. He hasn't played anything since the Spectrum, has he?
No, he hasn't. No, definitely not. I think that's a bit too early for him. Generation 1 for JP.
Yeah, tell us what you liked, JP, about that generation. Which one was your favourite console? But yeah, going on to Wii.
I get you, JP. I get you.
Woody Atari. Yeah, Wii Sports. Everyone loved that.
Yep. That was it wasn't even an actual game, was it? It came with the purchase of the Wii. So you didn't have to go out and buy that separately. That was their launch title, and obviously that's why it sold as well as it has, because the Wii sold brilliantly. Especially when we had lockdown as well. Another Gen Xer about time. Yeah, when we had lockdown and the Wii prices shot up to like more than when they originally came out, because everyone was like family gaming and playing Wii Sports and Wii Bowling and.
Well, that was the beauty of it, wasn't it? It did bring people together.
Multimedia player, yeah, fair one.
That was one of my points, because that was a big selling point for the PS3, the Blu-ray.
Blu-ray player, wasn't it? Yeah, because the Xbox 360 didn't have a Blu-ray player, if I remember correctly.
It didn't, and then it announced the HD DVD, and you had to buy a separate. It was
yeah.
So yeah, the same with the PS2 though. That was my DVD player.
Yeah,
I think it will have been for most people.
Definitely, PS1 was definitely my CD player.
Yeah,
yeah. VHS there's beta, and Blu-ray versus HD DVD. Yeah, fair one. VHS versus beta. God, you're showing your age, lad. You're showing your age.
Well, we're only 21.
Yeah, 21. I've been 21 for
Still look at
11 years. 11 years. I was at a point and I lost it because he made me laugh.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I'll come back to it later. Oh, the Kinect. It was that 360, the Xbox Kinect, and how dreadful that was.
Yeah, it sort of started on the PS2 with the iToy, though, I'd say.
Yeah, no, I agree with that as well.
And ended up flopping, yeah. Well, the Xbox One, very much the same. Went multimedia and no one cared.
Yeah.
But, I mean, to do that at a time when Netflix was rising and, all the other bits, it seemed a bit daft. At least when the PS2 brought out DVDs, when the DVDs came out and PS2 had a player in it, it made sense. Kinect was dreadful as iToy, yeah.
Yeah. What about, you're not a VR fan either, are you, JP, when we came to PS4 with the VR? I've still got my VR. I remember taking it to the, forgot the name of the group that we used to be in.
Retro Central.
That's the one, I see. Yeah. I remember taking it to the event they ran there, and that got a lot of action in the games that I played there. But I think that was the only reason it did was because everyone wanted to try it without actually buying it for the 400 odd quid it cost or whatever it was. Just missed a muppet over here and bought it straight away. You're not wrong, JP. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I've never played it. I didn't even play it at the Retro Central thing.
Did you not?
No, I didn't. That was the first time I saw the Switch as well. Lee Houghton.
Yeah, Lee Houghton brought it, didn't he? Yeah. I think I had one then as well, but I didn't bring it. But Switch is still good. I still think it is, JP. I still think it is the future of gaming. I talked about this last week as well. I think if they do it properly, I think that is where we go. It's the only place we can go is full immersion. It's the only way we can improve is to get that level of graphical power in our own sphere of gaming, and I think that's the only way. There is no way that we can really better what we've got now in terms of looks and graphics. Just not possible because it already looks real.
So, yeah, you used the Move controllers, didn't
So
you?
yeah, you get 2 PlayStation Move. I mean, the new one is different in it. VR2 is like a lot smoother, but yeah, you use 2 Move controllers, which I think came out in PS3, didn't it? The
It
Move?
did, yeah.
Yeah. So
And-
you use them with the VR and that count, and you can see your hands moving, things like that. But yeah, he's right about Resi 7 being superb. It was. The thing is with Resi 7 is they built it for VR, and obviously VR didn't sell, but the Resi 7 itself, the first half of the game, all of the budget went on the first half, and then the second half was just like, yeah, let's just chuck a load of blobs at the enemies instead, rather than go for the super horror element that we started with. And it really switched me off it.
I can't join in, unfortunately. I've not played it. I'm going to have to at some point.
Yeah.
But
Wipeout makes me feel sick, but I love the experiences. The horror one was superb shooting game. Oh, what was the horror one? It was like an arcade game, like a horror game which you played in VR. Which, so we're going right off topic here from Generation 7, but I think it was House of the Dead or something along those lines, where there was loads of like you was on a roller coaster being attacked by like clowns and ghosts and things, and you had to shoot them, and like an arcade game, like you was running along a roller coaster in an actual roller coaster. It was class.
yeah, it's just
Yeah. This is the one I'm talking about, JP. It's the one that I had at the gaming convention. I had that on. That was the main game that everyone played.
Let's just talk about handhelds as well in that generation. Just moving on. So you had the PSP,
PSP.
which was
Oh.
amazing,
It was very good.
and the DS.
Was it the DS in that age? Is that what it was?
DS was out maybe a little bit before, but yeah.
Yeah, it came into it. Again with the 3D graphics. At my eyes, I actually don't. I have flat something in my eyes, which means I can't view 3D games like that. That kind of 3D effect. So for me, completely wasted it. I couldn't see it at all. Like for the 3DS, I mean, because they started it with the DS at first, didn't they? Did they?
No, that didn't do 3D, but
Okay, well, yeah. Well, anyway, I've gone off the boil again. But the 3DS I can't see, but the DS I really liked. I had the big fat one before they made it smaller. The big fat grey one, which was heavy as out. It had 2 screens built in, which are like heavy. The PSP was really light compared to it.
I have actually got one.
Have you got one?
Yeah. So
Yeah, that one.
and
The hinges broke on mine.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that heavy.
the beast compared to the DS Lite,
Yeah,
and it was the DS Lite really that changed the game for the DS.
yeah, yeah.
It's a lot better.
I prefer the Advance personally.
Fair enough. But yeah, PSP, JP says ahead of its time. It definitely was. I had a friend who worked in game, and he let me have a go on Wipeout on the PSP. I like, wow.
It was like playing a was it like PS3 game or a PS2 game on
but
PS2 game on a handheld was crazy.
just think as well, there was like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah,
Vice
Vice City
Stories
Stories and Liberty City Stories. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, Wipeout looked every bit as good as it did on the PS2. The films. A lot of people.
Yeah, that's what I use my PSP for, was films. A lot of films on the little crappy cartridges. Little what did they called? He did call it. JP did mention it.
UMD.
Mini disc. UMD. That's it. Yeah, UMD. You collect PSP, don't you? That's what you want on your collections.
I've got nearly 200 games for it.
Oh Jesus! Well. Yeah. Cheers. UMD.
I also collect for the DS. I love the DS.
Damn.
3D, so yeah.
Oh, this is why this is your generation, isn't it? This is your favourite.
Really is.
Yeah, not mine.
What is your favourite generation?
I'd probably say PS2, the Generation 6.
Yeah.
The fact that you could play PS1 games as on the PS2, the backwards compatibility was huge for me. I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. My favourite game ever is Final Fantasy X, which is obviously PS2. Finished none of them. Finished none of what, JP? Sorry. What do you mean?
Oh, it means
Which Alex is...
No, me, I reckon.
Oh, okay.
It'll be a dig at my gaming ability.
Right, okay. But yeah, my
It's getting blocked.
Just kick him out. We don't need him. Grippo never finished a game. There we go.
Isn't it?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, but my favourite game of all time is Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy IX is one of my favourite. Final Fantasy VIII is one of my favourite. And they were all obviously PS2 and PS1, which is why that one's my favourite. But I also like the Draken card games as well. Dragon Quest VIII is one of my favourite of all. I'm a big RPG fan, as you can tell. But Dragon Quest VIII was a ridiculously good game. Tenchu Wrath of Heaven. Yeah.
I have actually.
Yeah, that was like, wow. Yo, Adam, how are you doing, lad? You okay? But yeah, like I was saying, Dragon Quest, Tenchu Wrath of Heaven, Tenchu Fatal Shadows, they were all... I mean, there's so many good games that I can literally list off for PS2 that I still love playing now.
Yeah, we mentioned this earlier. So the graphical difference between the PS2 and the PS3 and Xbox and 360 was incredible, and obviously lent into the HD part of that as well. Although the 360 it didn't have an HDMI to begin with.
Did it not?
No, you had to use that YPBPR to get the.
Okay.
I think it was 720 as well.
Yeah, maybe
1080. Not on that, and then they brought it out with
they re-released it.
Yeah, but you could on the earlier ones as well. If it didn't red ring, you could play the original Xbox games.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if I've got any actual PS3 games in my collection. I don't think I do. Final Fantasy 13 is the only one. I don't have another game in my collection, my whole collection that's PlayStation 3, apart from Final Fantasy 13. And that I just can't. Must have just been a generation where I stopped playing new games.
That's crazy, because you would have been that sort of age, like the target sort of age, wouldn't you, as well?
Yeah, like what? When did it come out, did you say?
2006, the 360, so 2007 maybe the...
Oh yeah, we're talking like 15 years ago, so I was 17, so 16, 17. I don't know, maybe it was maybe more going out instead.
Drinking cider on Orchard Park.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly it. Yeah, a few more members of the opposite sex were involved in my life. Huge issue though. Sony knew.
No, I meant that.
Oh, right. Red light of death was the Xbox 360, wasn't it? The red light.
Yeah, it was the yellow light on the PS3 because my PS3 got that. Yeah,
it cost Microsoft a lot of money. Did the red light of death for the Xbox 360? I think it was like, over $1 billion to fix. That?
It did sell a lot, didn't they, to begin with?
Yeah, and obviously everyone started sending them back and having to send new ones out, and cost them an absolute fortune, which is probably why the Xbox One was so shit. They had no money left.
Yeah. I had to send mine back, but like I said, my PlayStation 3 did, but it didn't happen within the first couple of years, so I can't be too harsh on that. The first PlayStation 3, it should be mentioned, did play... Well, all of them played the PS1.
Yeah, but the first version played PS2 as well, didn't it? I've got that version. Still got it here at the bottom.
I'd love to have one of them. It just saved me so much room.
But you, funnily enough, as a streamer, like a very small streamer, but as a streamer, you can't stream it because of the HDCI. You need a special alternative method to stream it. It doesn't go through a normal capture card. You need to go an alternate way because of copyright protection. Because of how they didn't have a way to separate the games and the films, so they didn't want people streaming films through a capture card. So they just prevented streaming on it completely without. But now obviously there's an alternate method to do it. But that one you couldn't stream. The first edition you couldn't stream games on it at all through a capture card.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. So that was it was at a time when online gaming became more like esports became more prevalent, and PlayStation basically stopped people from doing it.
Like free advertising though. Why wouldn't they want that?
I don't know. Don't get it, but crazy. Had a few red. Oh God! Too many Indians, lad. Too many Indians. Too many curries.
That's the stream getting banned.
Mine died. Reballed it twice. Don't know what that means, but yeah.
There was a thing where if you wrapped it in a towel, you could get a few extra days out of it.
No way, really? Was it an overheating issue then or something? Is that what the red ring was?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I can't remember what happened, but basically the board bent, and then that's what caused it.
Yeah, it caused. Oh, jeez, bad. That's pretty bad.
I don't know what reballing is. So.
No, yeah, basically a crap fix.
Yeah, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
It was just best to get a new one on it. If you had, that was.
Have I got two? I've got two PS3s. I've got the original one that you could play everything on, and then I've got like a slim one.
The slim, yeah.
Was the PS3 Pro, or was that just like a PS4 thing?
Yeah.
Did they bring out a higher spec one?
As far as I'm aware, they didn't do any upgrades. It was just
just a slim line.
I don't think it performed any better. I could be wrong. Someone might tell us, but I don't. Because the PlayStation 2, the slim version of that was quicker, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah, and it was a proper slim version, wasn't it? Because the PS2s before were massive.
Yeah,
properly massive.
Slim one, yeah. But
sliding top. Yeah, I've got that one. Yeah.
Same with the 360. I don't think the slims performed any better.
It was just smaller, wasn't it? The same power in a smaller case.
Yeah.
Yeah. 12 gig of memory.
Oh yeah, there was the super slim as well with the sliding top.
I remember that one. I don't have one of them. I don't think I've got the slim, but I do remember them releasing that.
There's some nice colours as well, red and blue. I seem to remember.
Yeah.
Something like 12 gig of memory.
Ooh, yeah. A discussion point for future weeks. Variants on consoles and things like that.
Oh yeah, that is a good one actually. Nintendo especially.
Yeah, they're fucking brilliant.
But yeah, like thinking about the games that have carried on as well into the PS4 generation 8, and beyond.
Skyrim and GTA 5.
Yeah, well.
Oh dear.
But yeah, for me, that was definitely my favourite generation. Definitely. And
I think one of the big... Go on. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, for all the reasons we've listed, mainly the games and the online aspects of it. For other people, I played Gears of War online, Gears of War 2, but not much else. I'm not a big online fan.
Yeah. I think one of the reasons why it's as popular as it is because of the games it had like your choice driven storylines, like you say with Heavy Rain. Your choice actually impacted the way the story went. I think was on maybe Until Dawn PS3. I can't remember. I think it was PS4. Guitar Hero, not mentioned Guitar Hero. Jeez, yeah. Big popular that was.
I don't know if that was because there is some on the PS2, isn't there? But I don't know if it was released PS2 and then made its way, or if it like
all developed from PS2, but the access to the internet made buying new songs a lot more easy. Because before with SingStar on the PS2, if you wanted a set of new songs, you had to buy a new disc. So there was like 10,000 SingStar games with like 12 songs on each. And you had to collect them all to get a library of games, and you had to swap from one disc to the other. Whereas when the PS3 came along and we could access the internet from the system, the library was all online, and you could just keep one disc in, and it was a lot smoother process. I love SingStar. I absolutely loved it.
Okay.
I honestly, I love my karaoke.
SingStar.
Honestly, love my karaoke. I'm always singing.
Yeah, someone was selling a PS2 with a ton of. I think it might have been Ilya. You know.
Oh yeah.
He must have had like 15 of them. I think it was him. If it wasn't, I do apologise. But yeah, I think it was. Yeah, so SingStar all developed well from PS2. Band Hero was fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, it was very much so. It was also the age of
won it, yeah.
Buzz, a quiz game, yeah, with that weird square-headed, blonde-haired, creepy character on it. I can't freak me out.
That to the PS3 as well, didn't it? Sure, it did.
Was? Did it? I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. It creeped me out. I stayed away. Yeah,
they did. House of the Dead on the Wii was brilliant. Was the crossbow training as well, weren't they? For the Wii.
Zelda Cross. Was that Zelda?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zelda. Yeah, I don't have that one actually. But yeah, that was for the Wii. What else was I going to say? This generation was the creation of achievements and trophies, wasn't it?
Oh, how could I forget that? Yeah. Aye.
Yeah.
When it first popped up that I'd got an achievement, I thought, what's this? But
yeah, what's this thing? Yeah. But
I absolutely
live for it now. Yeah.
Absolutely love it. And the PlayStation in the top corner. Ping!
Yeah. The main thing I miss moving more from console to PC is that the achievements are not a bigger deal on PC. PlayStation, I loved collecting platinum trophies and going through games and getting the trophy, especially hard ones where you think, this is a game I really enjoy playing. I'm going to go out of my way, get the replayability out of this by getting all of the trophies. So it really helped us, like I say, replayability. It was Ghost Squad classic on Wii, yeah, absolutely. To get the most out of games compared to like other games where the collectibles were quite hidden. Because like if you go back to the PS2 and the PS1, Resident Evil, like 1 on the original PlayStation 1, had so many more collectibles for beating the game in a certain time, for not saving, for doing this, doing that. And no one knew about them because everyone took the time over it. Until obviously the internet came bigger and you could Google things and you can watch videos. But everything was like, no one knew. But with trophies, they introduced, well, what have I not done here to get this collectible in the game? Why have I not got this trophy? I've played the game for 20 hours and I've done everything. What have I missed? Kind of thing. And then it helps introduce you to like really getting the most out of the games. It was incredible.
Really well.
There you go.
There as well.
Yeah, achievements, extended game spend. I was finding one box on Crash Bandicoot. Absolutely. And it really was a sense of achievement, which is obviously the name of the game for Xbox. Yeah. But
the only achievement before that was completing the game, really.
Was finishing the game, yeah. You know, maxing your level out on a Final Fantasy game. But, you know, that's only one trophy on PlayStation 3 for maxing your level. You've also got to kill 10,000 enemies and steal 200 times. I mean, a lot of it was just filler. Some of it was like, you know, defeat the secret boss. And I'm like, at this point, like, well, what secret boss? Where do I find this fella? You know, and it's and then this is when kind of like the remakes and the remasters started. They started re-releasing old games for the newer consoles with trophies involved. Like Final Fantasy VII came to the PS3 with trophies, and Final Fantasy VIII and 9 came to it with the trophies. And I'm thinking, happy days. I'm playing my favorite games all over again, and that with an aim to do it. And that's probably one of the main reasons. Yeah, one of the main reasons why this generation is popular as well, because it gave you that extra bit of visible success that you could compare the trophies you've got with your friends who you're online with. This is
Yeah,
an
you
online
didn't even
system.
have to ask either, did you? You
No,
could
you
just
could literally go into their profile and view what they've done. You're like, I'm better than you at this. I've got this trophy. You know what I mean? It is a competition.
yeah,
JP,
really.
we are never speaking again. Just saying. Just saying, we're never speaking again. Oh, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
Even I'm stunned by that.
That's, well, he's an old man and he don't get it. Can't move his fingers fast enough. Arthritis crippled him. It's like that. Couldn't wait the Nintendo 64.
One button, innit?
Love you, JP. Mwah.
But,
Oh,
yeah.
dear.
Never played Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
That is shocking.
That is a shocking. It is a shocker.
You should get into them. You really should.
Top draw spelling tonight. It's like literally watching you in the admin chat tonight. It really is.
But no, we'll end it there. I think.
Yeah. I think we've covered everything, haven't we? Yeah.
The best. Well, I thought it was anyway.
Yeah, no, you have every. I mean, I can understand why. It just wasn't for me. I think it was just bad timing in my life in terms of being a bit more social and going out a bit more. And
I think what else was the fact that Xbox and PlayStation were both strong.
Yeah.
Like with
the 8-bit special.
Like last generation, it was just PlayStation 4, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, it was. I think another reason why maybe I didn't play this generation as much as the other ones is because I was very much obsessed with Call of Duty 4's online play, and I spent a lot of time playing Search and Destroy and all the game modes of Call of Duty instead of playing other games because it took up a lot of my time. It was really easy just to turn it on, spend 6 hours shooting people. You know what I mean? It was crazy. Really competitive.
JP, if we're going to do that, I've no problem with the 8-bit. It's just my knowledge is the best, so you're going to
need JP Team B, and you're going to need JP on, and you're going to need Dave Williamson on as well. Get Dave Williamson on with his Neo, whatever he's got, his full collection Neo Geo, his full collection of that. Yeah, get Dave in, exactly. That'd be a right watch for everyone who wasn't alive when you were gaming.
That's NES anyway, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Is 8-bit NES?
Yes.
Is
Before
it? Yeah.
Spectrum must have been like 1-bit.
Yeah, not far off, I bet.
Just black and white, isn't it?
Yeah, 16-bit was the Sega Genesis, wasn't it, and the Super Nintendo. So yeah, 8-bit must have been the NES.
Nah, I don't think the tapes are based as 48 kilobyte. I don't think the tape things are classed as 8-bit.
Are they? Yeah. Yeah, brilliant.
But yeah, we'll leave it there, Alex. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been good fun. Been good fun as usual.
Nostalgia.
Absolutely.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, PlayStation 3 is nostalgia. God, make me feel old. I don't know how JP feels. Jeez.
But yeah, thanks for everyone for joining. Anyway, brilliant one. If you've got any suggestions of what you want us to chat about next, just put it in the comments of this. I can always come back to it, and I'll see whether Alex will be. I mean, Alex, it'll be pointless you being on the tape one.
Yeah, no, I was. Yeah, I will not be there. You enjoy yourself with JP and Dave. I'm good. Cheers, Adam.
Yeah, thanks for dropping in, Adam. Always great to see you. Good lad he is. And I forgot his name. He sent me a parcel a couple of months ago, but I forgot his name. But
Ricky, is that Ricky?
Ricky, yes.
Yeah, Ricky.
So nice to have you on, Ricky. If you do want to come on as well, let us know. We can always find a theme for you to come in and talk about. But yeah, so thanks everyone for watching. Thank you for Alex for joining me, and
Absolutely, mate.
we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
2 weeks' time, yeah. Nice one. See you later, guys. Bye.
See you later. End stream. When did it? We're still going.
I don't know, are we?